This is a public charge point charger. Behind me is my Tesla Model Y Juniper. How is it so far away and still charging? Well, we are in a public situation like this park, or maybe you find yourself at a hotel and you show up late at night and all the parking spaces nearest to the charger are taken. It's very, very frustrating. But the EVDANCE extension cable takes care of that problem without an issue. Let's take a look at just how far away I'm parked, how far away I could be parked if I had the 40-foot version, and if it works with the J1772 adapter that's included with your Tesla. Let's take a small tour of this particular situation. So you need a little extra length to charge your car, say at home or even a hotel, right? And you kind of reach for your extension cord because, you know, that's what you do when you need a little distance for appliances. And you realize, you know what, this is barely good enough for Christmas ornaments, let alone charging a beast like this, right? Okay, so then you reach for a little bit higher grade, a little bit higher quality. It will definitely get the job done without causing any problems, but even this is not exactly the right solution for charging this beast. Having the proper tool for the proper job, in comes EVDANCE. This is the extension cord you need for a NACS or Tesla connector to give yourself a little extra length when you're charging your car. All right, so let's do a quick unboxing of this since it's brand new. I just received this, and check it out. First of all, the box is pretty nice. EVDANCE logo there on the top. It's a NACS extension cable for Tesla AC charging. Let's get this thing unboxed. Hey, are you in there? I've got a way later on in the video that you could potentially save thousands of dollars using this EVDANCE extension cable as opposed to another method. Stick around. All right, so the box is pretty straightforward. You just pull this tab and we'll pop this thing open. And it's not sealed or anything, at least this particular model. This could be a review unit. I don't know how they actually come. Right away, oh my gosh, I'm impressed. We have got a case for this thing. That's fantastic. I didn't even know it came with that. And it's a logoed case. That is super. And so, okay, there you go. That's what's inside the box. Box is now empty. And let's take a look. Oh, we had a little bit of oh, this will be fun for later, right? Yes. All right, so that's that. Comes in a nice carrying case, which is fantastic for road trips if you're going to use like at a hotel situation or an Airbnb or whatever it may be. So let's unzip this and see what it looks like inside. Owner's manual, extension, user manual, which is nice, gives you all the specs. And this particular one is a 21-foot. You can get a 40-foot version of this. It is IP rated at 66, so that's good for outdoor use. 12 kilowatts max. And 50 amps because I want to use this on my Tesla wall connector and I wanted to have that, so I specified the 50 amp version. So right away it comes very well, nicely packaged and packed. This is the unit. This is the 21-foot version, and very impressed so far. Obviously I haven't used it yet. That's what this video is all about. We're going to go ahead and put this thing through its tests and see how it reacts. And it says right here, do not use on DC charging. That is supercharging. And if you got the harebrained idea that, hey, I'm going to use this at a Tesla supercharger because these cables are crazy short, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. This is DC fast charging, and this is for AC charging. In fact, if you don't believe me, the label's right here on the unit. It's for L2 AC charging only, but still very useful to carry in your trunk. Okay, so quality-wise, very thick cable. I'll put the spec on the screen. Very nice. Let's pop open the handle here. Check it out. There is the part that you plug in your regular charger. This is basically the female version. Very well equipped. It's got a button or a slider, which is great for locking in place. That's great. And here is the Tesla connector end. The NACS has a nice rubber stopper if you do want to protect the end of it, especially on road trips. You don't want stuff getting in there. That's fantastic. It does have an unplug button, but I believe it does not open your charge port. That's one downside to this unit, but that's okay. Ooh, this is going to be satisfying. Check it out. Ooh, look how shiny. Oh, and this side has a rubber stopper as well. Very, very well thought out, especially when you take this thing on road trips. You don't really want stuff getting inside the pins here, and having this protected is definitely nice, and it's tethered, so you're not going to lose it. All right, so I've already got this going. It's already charging. Let's prove that. There you go. It is charging on this charge point here at the park, and check it out. We've got it connected via the included J1772 adapter right here that comes with your car. And then here is the EVDANCE extender, and it runs all the way to the car, which is showing it's charging. And this is the 21-foot length. So just imagine if you got the 40-foot length, it's actually pretty impressive that you can park at least 2 stalls away from this particular charger. Now, every charger is going to be different in terms of the length of their own cable. I think I've got a lot more room to play with here if you look at it. I didn't pull it all the way. So, I mean, there's all this cable here that I could have pulled it even further and probably parked another stall away. But nevertheless, I am not in the designated 2 spots for the charging for this particular stall, and I am 2 spots away. Pretty darn cool. And again, if I had the 40-foot, I am confident I could probably have parked right here. And look how far away that is. That is pretty impressive. It just gives you the peace of mind that if you show up at a location and you need a charge, say overnight at a hotel, and those spots may have been taken because, you know, they're close to the entrance or whatever the reason may be, you have the peace of mind with this EVDANCE extender that you're going to get a level 2 charge, not a level 1. This is the fast stuff here, or the faster stuff, I should say, rather than using a regular extension cable that, you know, you use for Christmas lights or whatever. This is the real deal. All right, so this is the first time I'm using the EVDANCE NACS extension cord. You can see it running around the floor here. I have it putting it in this groove so I can actually put the garage door down and not smash it. And I have the connection point in the shade. That's important in just a second, but I want to show you the rest. And it's going all the way around. This is the 21-foot version, and it goes all the way to charge, which is fantastic because I'm full in the driveway. Normally, the charger where it's located would not reach this charging port for this car. I'm going to be doing other tests as well. Shuffling the cars around the driveway. You know the drill. If you've got multiple EVs, or let's say you have a party at your house and other people want to charge and you're nice and you want to let them charge their cars, and you know it's hard to reach depending on where you put your charger or your EVSE. So I put that in the shade. Let's take a look at the temperatures. So I've been charging for about an hour now. Ambient temperature is 72 degrees, and I'm going to touch this for the first time. It is slightly warm to the touch. I'm going to touch this connection point here. This is actually cold. Not warm at all. And then the actual Tesla part, it's about as warm as the other part that I showed you. Now this is the Tesla part of the cable. So this is the same temperature, at least by feel, as this part. Now let's take a temperature gauge. Alright, so we're going to point it at the cable here. We're at, what is that, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's do the connection point now. Also about 90. And the Tesla handle, that's actually warmer. The Tesla side is actually warmer than the EVDANCE side. And then let's do this part. And that's cooler. So the Tesla handle is actually the hottest point. Has nothing to do with the EVDANCE product at all. Just for fun, let's do it over here. Yeah, so every part of the connection except the Tesla nozzle is about 90 degrees. And then the Tesla nozzle part is about 96, 97. So there you go. That is the temperature test. Oh, and you're probably wondering about that tease I made earlier about saving thousands of dollars by using this product and only spending hundreds. Well, think about this scenario. You're getting your L2 charger installed. The electrician comes back to you and says, if you want it any closer, it's going to be $1,000 or more to run it that much closer. This product is just hundreds of dollars, and you've got the choice of 21 feet or 40 feet closer, and it's just as good. All right, just to recap, the two methods that I showed you on this video for use case is, of course, public charging, say at a park or at a store or a hotel where you show up and the two parking stalls nearest the charger are taken and you can't reach with parking further away. Using the EVDANCE extension cable, now you have the peace of mind sitting right there in your trunk that you're going to be able to reach and get your car charged properly. So the product that was featured on this video by EVDANCE is, of course, their extension cable. I chose the 21-foot version as well as the 50-amp version. That's the highest you can go, and that way you can use the lower amperages if you want. This thing is a rock-solid product. Check it out. 50 amps, 12 kilowatts, IP66, so you can beat the heck out of this thing, and the weather is no problem. And as always with any review product on this channel, we've got a link and coupon codes to save you a little cash down in the description, so check that out. That's the EVDANCE extension cable. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.